All right, welcome in everyone to a live edition of Consistently Inconsistent Sports. We are having our Super Bowl preview show this evening. My name is Colin Morris. I'll be your host. Joining me as usual are Leighton down in Biloxi, Mississippi. How goes it?
Dude, it's perfect, man. I'm 24 now. Kobe year, yes. Baby.
Kobe.
And yeah, man, it's like 60 degrees out here, so it's starting to warm up.
Well, I think one of your birthday wishes might have been for better network connection because you're coming through like crystal clear.
Yay.
So, across the Cooper River from myself is the one, the only Michael the K.
Michael the K coming at you from Mount Plastic, baby.
Whoop, whoop.
Yes. How's it going?
It is good. I'm just on the social medias right now promoting the show.
Let's all go.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing a tweet out with a link.
I'll give ourselves a pat on the back and throw a tweet out right here. Let's do it live.
All right. I did that at the start of the show, so I'll run through the stories that we'll talk about at the top of the show, and you two get on that. So when in our What Had Happened Was segment, Blake Griffin got traded from the Los Angeles Clippers to the Detroit Pistons.
That's big.
Fox acquired the rights to Thursday Night Football for $660 million.
That's expensive.
So took that away from, I guess, Amazon. Did not work out for the NFL. And then in the middle of the night, comes out of nowhere, Alex Smith gets traded from the Chiefs to the Redskins, thus finalizing that Kirk Cousins will not be a Redskin next season. And the question that one person on this panel is dying to ask for the fifth time in the last 2 weeks.
It's not me, I swear.
It's the fool in the Denver Nuggets hat.
Who's that?
But I won't give it.
We know that guy? Who let him in here, dude?
I don't know. Who could that person be? He's got glasses.
Oh, God, that's two of us.
Oh, dude.
He's got a thicker beard. Leighton's got, like, the rookie version of the beard. I have the champion evolution of the beard.
Let's do this.
Got the ultra version of the beard.
No, so I'm on rookie mode. You're on pro, and we got Mr. All Pro, Mr. All Madden.
Okay. I was doing Digimon evolutions. My apologies.
My apologies.
All right, well, let's get into it. We'll start at the top. Blake Griffin traded. I'm okay with it. Like I'm all for new things. So I think anything to shake up the East is a good thing. And I think the Clippers have gotten. And I've listened to a lot of different sports podcasts this week that have had different opinions on what are the Clippers doing. And I think that's the real story here. Like Blake's gone, that's fine. But Leighton, I'll ask you as co-host of the Backdoor 3 podcast here on the Consistently Inconsistent Sports Podcast Network on YouTube. Find us, subscribe, like, comment.
Share.
What are they doing? I don't know.
Well, Colin, immediately after Fallout, we were talking, and I was like, dude, Clippers are going to make the playoffs now. Like, what the hell is Detroit doing? And you were kind of like, yep, like all in. And then I took a second to kind of look over things, and I forgot that Avery Bradley last year of a deal. And then all these reports surface that still trying to unload Lou Will. So I almost feel like
and DeAndre
Clippers
Jordan
are just trying to. I said DeAndre, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think they're just trying to trade everybody and just pool draft picks at this point. So I think DeAndre
but they're not
is going to be
pulling
gone.
a good draft pick. It's not like they traded with the worst team in the East. They traded with an average team in the East. So they're looking at like a
middle of the pack, man. Like
a 10 to 16 pick, I guess, plus Avery Bradley and Tobias Harris. Like Tobias Harris is a he's had a bigger rise in talent in the last 2 years than he did in his first couple of years in the season. But what interests me is like you hear all the rumors of LeBron. This basically just scares LeBron away completely. Like, and then the report the next day was, yeah, LeBron's no longer considering the Clippers. So,
and I think they're going to try to move Avery Bradley before the deadline this year too. So I think they're going to try to move Lou Will, Avery Bradley.
Why? Literally, you gotta have somebody to play the two.
They're filled with
Darius. This is how Darius gets in.
No, they have at the moment they have Pat Beverly, Avery Bradley, Sindarius Thornwell, Lou Will,
and that other guy, the foreign guy, the new guy,
Dosick,
Mirza Teletovic, right? No, that's a different guy.
No, Teodosic.
Yeah.
They're literally stacked at the guard position right now. Maybe not stacked with talent, but stacked with bodies. And
I mean, I just don't know what they do with DeAndre.
And I think that's where they get their best draft pick from. I think they'll get another late first with Lou Will, and I think they'll get a lottery pick with DeAndre and probably a player or maybe another second round pick. I've
always liked the idea of DeAndre going to the Bucks, but they're not going to get what they want out of that transaction. The Bucks aren't.
I don't love what LA is doing at all right now, and I don't think it's going to lead to any long-term success. So I think they've always been a franchise that operates kind of like the Browns and kind of like the Redskins seem to be operating
for the last 6 years of Clippers fans.
Yeah.
Like,
be thankful because it's over now and you won't see it ever again.
Mark Summers can go back to being the happy Clippers fan along with Billy Crystal. Fox Landing, Thursday Night Football. Michael, big money wise. What do you think this says about the experiment with Amazon and having it simulcasted through NFL Network and Amazon?
I don't think it necessarily, says Amazon did a bad job. I just think Fox shelled out more money. I mean, I guess Amazon probably didn't really care because when's the last time the NFL actually cared about who had the best content? It's always been about money. For the NFL, right. They didn't even have their own YouTube channel until like 2 years ago. Like they finally started capitalizing on that to monetize those videos of like highlights and whatnot. So,
South Carolina's brought it back to within 65-62.
Oh, thank God.
Please let us win this game. But yeah, I think Fox just had deeper pockets, man. I mean, not that Amazon doesn't have deep pockets, but it probably isn't a priority for them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, that they saw and what to me was the like deterrent to Amazon was that Thursday Night Football was usually on NFL Network for like at least while we were in college. Thursday Night Football was always on NFL Network, and then they put it on CBS simulcasted. So
they also only had it for like half the season, right? Correct. Didn't NFL Network used to do half the season, then CBS did like the last half?
I mean, NBC did the last half. Yeah. But then for the whole season though, every game was on CBS and NFL Network, and then some of them were on Amazon. So it wasn't like somebody could be like, I have Amazon, therefore I'm gonna get every Thursday Night Football game. And that's not really a good business strategy, and it kind of makes it so it's like, I mean, I don't need to turn on my Fire Stick if I have a Fire Stick to watch this, or my Xbox. I just have it on my basic cable, so I can just watch it on my basic cable. But I guess Fox getting it, I mean, that's cool. I mean, it kind of spreads the wealth a little bit. Fox usually, I mean, and they said Joe Buck wasn't doing it, so I'm okay. I'm totally okay with it.
So
Joe Buck is not doing this?
I don't think he will be.
Doing it, confirmed.
It's not going to be double Joe, double Troy?
No Joe and Troy. I think they're going to do a whole new unit.
Really? Okay.
And Charles Davis.
What do you think about this idea? So if the NFL,
I did see.
Oh, go ahead, Layden.
What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say I saw that Jason Whitlock is going to be a prime play in this Fox telecast. So not too pumped about that.
I like Whitlock. What you got, Michael?
Lost connection.
We're having like lag issues here.
Yeah. We went out. Colin's stuck as a statue to me. Oh, there he goes.
Okay, well, where are we? Restart it. Where are we?
Okay. What were you going to say?
Tell us your idea.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, how about this? Idea. So if, say the NFL actually cares about its fans, right? Instead of just big pockets, what if the alternate cast, like they did keep the Amazon cast, just like theoretically, had like players not playing doing the casting? Like, or previous players, or like Tony Romo, like, you know, ex-players doing the casting from a different standpoint of the typical play-by-play. You know, the play-by-play with color commentary.
You mean like just sit there and watch a football game?
Yeah, like they're just watching the football game, and like maybe I would like that. You know, maybe they break down a lot of plays or do what Tony Romo's been doing. You know, pretty much calling the play before it happens.
Done that. ESPN's done what you want. They do that during the national championship game.
Yeah, there's always that
all their channels dedicated. Yeah. But now there's like 6. There's like the Alabama cast that had like Greg McElroy and all the old Alabama players, and then the Clemson cast had Taj Boyd and a bunch of other older guys.
I think that's
the style you're looking for.
Yeah, because I mean, you think about the argument right now with some people. Like, I think most of us like watching Tony Romo cast a game because we like the commentary he provides, where some casual fans don't like it because it like ruins the play that's coming up. So, you know, like maybe there's that alternate stream for the people who don't care if the play is ruined because they want to hear like the in-depth analysis or just like different commentary than Joe Buck.
No, I want to hear Al Michaels talk about his golfing outings for the 17th time. Or a nice trip to Cabo that he took in February. Like, yeah, I wish I could take that trip to Cabo in February. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty disappointed about this deal here, but only because I was kind of hopeful that the NFL was going to take that leap and take that risk and kind of run away from cable network. You know, they kind of dipped their toes in it with Amazon and Twitter. I mean, they've had the live Twitter feed this year as well.
Yeah, the Twitter was cool.
So I was kind of hoping to see them dance on the edge and really dive deep into non-cable network syndicast. And instead, we're just back here in another. I mean, what is this?
Well, I don't think they're not, though. I don't think it's one of those things that are popular right now on live TV, which has your major cable networks and ESPN. You have Sling TV, you have YouTube TV, all these different things you can try. So I don't feel they're necessarily running from it. Maybe the Amazon, it was just or like when you said, like Fox just backed up the Brink truck. Well, they did just get $6 billion $600 million or $600 billion from Disney.
60, not 600.
Yeah, I was going to say 600 was a big number.
Was it 60?
Yeah, I think it's just 60. There's no way it's 600.
The actual number is 52.4 billion.
Yeah.
Big money. Yeah. They got big money. They can afford 500.
They could shell out 660 million to buy some rights. And whatever. Yeah. That's cool. Give me another Fox team, I guess. I don't care. Whatever.
But Fox is going to have.
Oh, okay.
I was just going to say, Fox is going to have complete control of this, right? Like, they're going to be the sole provider and producer of Thursday Night Football. There's not going to be a Twitter, Amazon, anything simulcast.
Correct. Right.
Okay.
All right. Alex Smith. Then he got friggin' signed to a 4-year extension, and he's the 3rd highest paid player in NFL history all in one night. Like, what a badass. Straight up.
Wow.
Leighton, you got a lot to say. Go ahead.
It's honestly a bit hysterical to me. Bruce Allen and what he has done as the general manager of the Washington Redskins is quite laughable. Not that Alex Smith is a bad quarterback or even less than a quarterback, but he's also 33 years old. He's also a wacky and like creative offensive system here in Kansas City. And
you're gonna have to restart your.
So
I have to call you back in your call. Haven't heard anything you said for like the last minute.
Say that again.
I'm gonna have to eject you from the call and call you back in. You've been glitchy for the last minute.
All right, bring me.
Ejected. All right, Michael.
You're fired.
Spiel your spiel.
He was the weakest link. Goodbye.
Spiel your spiel, homie. Here's your chance. Here's the floor. Here's your soapbox. The camera is on you.
Get Leighton back in here. All right, so we're sitting here. Alex Smith. This is before the season. This is out of nowhere, right? Like, this is unheard of, almost unheard of players being dealed. Like,
yeah, I mean, like the season hasn't even technically ended.
Like, the offseason technically starts. The offseason starts in what, like 2 months technically? I mean, like officially begins. Like when you can start moving players is like, because I think his date is like March 10th or something like that is when the contract actually goes through. But it's like, this is crazy to think a player being dealt fully accepted terms before the season's over. Like, okay, so going to the Redskins perspective, right? You've got Kirk Cousins. I believe he's 28 or 29, right?
Yeah.
The dude, I had the stats up somewhere. I was just looking for him. But basically, Kirk Cousins has more touchdowns than Alex Smith over the last few years. He has a better passer rating and a lot of things. And he's 3 years younger than Alex Smith. Like, I can't remember the exact stats, but it was, all those kind of things.
4 to 5 years younger.
Yeah, 4 to 5 years younger. And it's like, why, and it's not like Kirk has been playing bad for the Redskins either. I mean, like, he was playing well enough that you franchise tagged the guy like 3 years in a row. And, you think he proved himself enough. I mean, his team was destroyed this year, and the Redskins still pulled some big games out. Like, I'm pretty sure they almost beat the Eagles once. I'm pretty sure they beat the Seahawks at the Seahawks. I
don't think he's what they want.
Yeah, like you'd think he's what they want, but no, they go.
And I think that's the sad fact is that he's just not what they ever wanted. It's just what they were left with after.
Like they're like, we have this gunslinger in Kirk Cousins, but they're like, no, we want this game manager in Alex Smith who can make all the throws, but he's not necessarily flashy. He doesn't talk. Like Alex Smith is never going to run down the tunnel, point at the camera like, you like that? Alex Smith is never going to do that.
Who is Alex Smith throwing the football to, man? Chris Thompson is his best receiver, and he's a running back.
Yeah.
Jordan Reed unfortunately can't stay on the field. Yeah, Josh Johnson is specifically deep ball threat.
And then didn't they get the guy from I'm forgetting his name. He was the quarterback.
Oh, Terrell Pryor. He was garbage. He was a 1-year deal guy. He's a free agent. He's gone.
And it's like their top receiver, they don't have these. Pierre Garcon's gone.
Deshaun Jackson's gone.
Yeah, like all these people are gone. So it's like all of a sudden Alex Smith has one tool in a running back where like he didn't even succeed fully in Kansas City when he had, all of their tools. Like Kansas City had Travis Kelce at tight end, top 5 tight end in the league, in my opinion. He had all the running back so you could ever want there. Like all the speedsters still couldn't get it done. Like, yeah, they looked good, but then they faltered down the stretch. Like, and then you pay this guy to be the 3rd highest paid player in NFL history, and he's 33. It just doesn't make sense to me, man.
For 4 years, you're gonna have 38-year-old Alex Smith.
Yeah, it's like maybe Alex. To me, he doesn't look like he's slowing down necessarily. But is he Tom Brady in the sense that he's gonna live forever? I don't know, man. Like, I don't think he's going to keep up these levels like Tom Brady has over the, when he's 38.
I mean, come on, Michael. He did win the Heisman
Trophy. Okay.
In reality, this is a 3-year contract.
Yeah, the last year's probably all like incentives.
Money is going to be paid over the first 3 years, and then he's going to be like a next to nothing cut after the third year. So the real question is, are the Skins taking a quarterback in the first round here?
Josh Allen alert.
They botched this Kirk Cousins thing. They should have signed him long-term last year. Now they're letting Kirk walk for nothing, and they had to trade good assets.
That's the crazy part. That's what I can't get over. They're gonna look back on that draft. Hold on. Because this really bugs me about the Redskins, because growing up with my dad as a diehard Redskins fan, like, I think my dad's proudest moment as a Redskins fan was when they signed out for Morris so he could get a Morris jersey. Like that was the happiest day. Can we look back at the RG3 situation?
Okay, so
that's all a waste. The Los Angeles Rams are going to be in the NFC Championship game probably 2 out of the next 5 years because of that trade.
Yep.
And the Redskins are going to be in the top 10 of the NFL draft for the next 5 years. And now they have nothing to show for all of that. They could have at least grabbed Kirk Cousins out of that draft. But now everything involved with that 2010 draft, gone. A waste.
So Colin, you remember my friend Jeff who had that Celtics take?
Yes. Yeah.
So he's also a Red.
Oh, that's a weird mix. At least he's not a Patriots fan. Like, he's got redeeming qualities.
No, he supports every team
except Celtics.
But Celtics. I lost you.
He cut for me. I don't know if he cut for you.
Yeah, you cut out for a second, Layden.
I was saying he's DC sports. He hates the Celtics. Remember his take was that the Celtics were trash.
Gotcha. Right. And Colin was right.
But this is basically what he told me. So with RG3, the Redskins messed up on the field. And with Kirk Cousins, they messed up off the field. So just like you said, they completely botched that trade and all of their quarterbacks in the span of 6 years now, and they have nothing to show for it.
At all.
And they have nothing. And what do? They shelled out, like you said, the third most money in NFL history to Alex Smith, while also giving up their best corner.
They gave up the best slot corner in pretty much in the NFL in Kendall Fuller.
Exactly. He was the best rated slot corner in Pro Football Focus, and he was playing way better than their big money guy, Josh Norman.
We have Josh Norman. I can hear it.
He was playing way better.
Mad respect to that family. That family.
Oh, hell yeah. Mad respect to Virginia Tech, because all of the Fullers went there.
Turning them out. Just cranking them out every 2 years.
Yeah. But no.
And a third round pick.
And a third round pick.
It was supposed to be a second, though. I saw it was supposed to be a second, and then they talked him down to a third.
If they gave a second, that would have been disgusting.
It would have been
Kansas City would have gotten so much out of that trade.
Oh no, I just have this inclination he's going to go to the Broncos, Michael. Like, I just have this feeling.
Colin Cowherd reported 6 hours ago that he's reportedly close to signing with Denver.
This is ridiculous. Like, the season isn't over yet, and we have a trade, we have a contract, and now maybe another contract in the works. This is ridiculous.
Like, I mean, the NBA and the NFL are now 365, 24/7 all the time. Love it. Everything's always happening. Like,
I would prefer it that way. Like, big things out of nowhere.
Don't stop, Layton. Like, if you're these businesses, you got to know. Like, my scouting department. If you're the Broncos scouting department, you need to know tomorrow. Do I need to send my guys up to wherever Josh Allen lives, or do I need to send my boys out for Alabama to scout defensive line? Like, there's a big difference.
I read a report that the Jets, the Broncos, and I think the Cards were all actually a part of this trade in the sense that they all were notified that it was happening to get counteroffers. So they did know about it. Yeah, it was not just like, boom, out of the blue, all of a sudden Alex Smith is gone. The team, like those three teams at least, were well aware that this was happening.
Well,
it was also reported that the Browns made an offer for Alex Smith, and of course, it didn't go through.
Yeah, I saw that there's included a lot more draft picks than players, though.
Well, we'll keep an eye on the Kirk Cousins situation. News will probably come, like we were saying, it's just 24/7 now, 365. So we'll hear something about the contract, and we'll report on it as soon as we can. On to the National Basketball Association of America. Some injuries have really plagued the league. 5 major players have gone down in the past 2 weeks. We're going to talk about 3 of them. Boogie Cousins out for the season with an Achilles tear. That is something that you do not want to see. He was replaced in the All-Star game by Paul George. John Wall out 6 to 8 weeks. Was a knee scope? What do they call that, Leighton?
Essentially, his knee was just getting cleaned out.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so
basically what it means is that Leighton's going to commit suicide. Is what it means.
Basically, yeah, Leighton needs to just be on watch all the time.
Yeah, seriously. If you're around Leighton and you're watching, keep an eye on that man.
But I do like that Andre Drummond and Paul George have gotten all-star nods now because of these injuries.
Well, well deserved
for both of them. It's total BS.
It's an unfortunate situation, but well deserved in the sense that
exactly. Kevin Love last night broke his finger out 6 to 8 weeks,
and nobody reported.
I think this just ends the Wizard season. There's 17 out of the next 24 games, I believe, are played against teams that are currently in the playoffs for the Wizards.
Yeah, but you look at the Eastern Conference right now, and the 3 seed through the 7 seed there's a 1.5 game gap.
That's actually
it's not just Eastern Conference teams that they're playing against them.
No, right, but we're 1.5 games back from Cleveland to be the 3 seed, and we're 4.5 games back, 4.5 games up from being out of the playoffs.
I'll have to watch a couple games to see if you guys can hold it. But I mean,
currently we're 2-0. We're 2-0 since Wall went down, and we beat OKC last night.
Okay, cool. Run it. Keep rolling with it. The Pelicans are done.
Yep, it's over.
Done.
They're done.
Dunzo. Like that's. I hope they prove me wrong, man, because I love watching Anthony Davis play basketball, but. Nah, they're done. And Kevin Love, they don't like you anyways. So it's the good thing you got injured because they were just looking for an excuse to not play you, and now you gave them one.
Well,
congratulations.
Let's talk about this for a second because Isaiah Thomas has been a big talk in being a trade chip. Is Cleveland going to trade him even though Love is out for 2 months?
Who? Trade Isaiah or trade?
Yeah. Well, they can't trade Kevin.
I wouldn't. I just feel like that. I feel like that makes you look really, really, really sleazy as an organization. I don't think Cleveland wants to come off like that.
But here's the thing.
I just don't see teams don't do that anymore. This isn't 2K. You don't flip flop a player right after you trade him to get somebody else.
You know who looks sleazier? Yeah,
that's not true. You've been playing there for years. Isaiah Thomas has been literally playing on that team for 6 weeks.
Here's the thing, though. Isaiah looks sleazy. Cleveland doesn't. Isaiah looks sleazy. He is stirring up a mess left and right, calling out Kevin Love, saying his defense.
Rightfully calling out Kevin Love.
What do you mean? I'm sure the dude was sick. Like, that's bullshit. I'm not a Kevin Love fan, but that's kind of like, why? Like, you're the new guy. Why are you just going to call him out for saying that he's calling in sick for no reason?
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Honestly, okay, Isaiah Thomas, like, yes, he had the thing with the hip and his sister, and it was, like, incredibly powerful and brave. But other than that, he's been a huge douche in the NBA. Like, he is all talk. I'm not an Isaiah fan at all.
Heard it here first. Yeah, these injuries, though, I don't think have a big implication in the rest of the playoff run. Like, these guys will probably come back. You guys, it may just make you get the 6th or 7th seed. Might have to deal with that, but I think you should be fine. You guys ready to get down to the nitty-gritty?
Let's do it,
baby. Actually, I was just looking actually at Kendall, just real quick. I was looking at Kendall Fuller's Twitter feed, and it's actually pretty funny over the last. So get this. So 24 hours ago, he's like, "Nah, it's not me. I don't think. I'm just trying to find out what's going on, like you guys are." And then he tweeted a little after that, "Man, I'm safe. I ain't getting traded." And then 2 hours after that, he tweets me on Twitter after tweeting all that, finding out I got traded, and it's the Homer Simpson backing up into the bush.
Yeah.
It was
all right.
It was hilarious.
That's good.
All right, so here we go. Super Bowl preview. Hey guys, it's the Super Bowl. Yay! Can I be honest?
Please.
I don't really care. Like I really don't care.
If it was the Jags and not the Patriots, I would be so in this football.
Agreed. I would be all up in this game. Like I'd be like, Blake Bortles, let's go. Like, come on.
If it was Jaguars in Minnesota, dude, we'd be ranting and raving.
Oh yeah, like, I would be going crazy for the Vikings. In that case, I picked them. But
I'm over this crap.
I really do not care.
It's just
like I really don't care.
Okay, so do either of you just like have this feeling that the Patriots are just going to destroy this football game? I have this horrible feeling right now.
I don't at all. I think it's going to be a brutally low-scoring football game.
Okay, so I added something. I added something to the list because when I sent out the notes to you guys, I put of what we were going to do, and then so are the Pats going to score in the first quarter?
Oh my God!
They've never done it in any of these Belichick Super Bowls.
Do you see Bill Belichick's answer to that question?
He was like, "Well, you know, we always try to score points.
You just hit him with
every game." And they said, "Is there anything different about this one from?"
I love that one. I love that answer. It's in Minnesota.
This one's in Minnesota. This man is...
Dude, can we get like Bill Belichick and Popovich in like one post-game interview? Like, you know, one halftime at the same time? Like, that would be like the greatest interview ever.
I think next week's show, half of it might be a Super Bowl recap, and then the other half is going to be a review on the 30 for 30, the Bills, the Bill and Bill.
Bills, baby, Bills. Bill.
That's going to be something else.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Science rules.
Pictures are properly matter. All right, we're back. All right, I'm just going to run down what I think because I don't really care. So I got the Pats winning this. I like the Madden simulation. Pick 24-20. Patriots coming back down 20-7 with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Tom Brady wins the game. Story writes itself. This is the NFL's rigged. And Tom Brady's going to be the MVP because Donald Trump is president, the sky is blue, and the world works in favor of people like Tom Brady. All right, I'm done. You guys have the floor.
All right, I'll jump in. I think it's going to be a pretty brutal football game, honestly. I think it's going to be low scoring. I think defense is going to rule. And who are you going to put your gold coins on? You're going to put them on Tom. And Steven Gostkowski is going to come through just like Adam Vinatieri did all those years ago. And he's going to kick the game winner as time expires. Pats 20, Eagles 17, and we're stuck in 2001.
Would you give Steven Gostkowski the first kicker MVP in NFL history?
No, it's going to, just like you said, it's going to Tom. Even if they lose,
it's going to Tom because because we live in a white class society.
Yes,
cool.
Gamecocks lost.
Hell, give it to Julian Edelman. Are you serious? We lost?
Yep. Just got the update.
Oh my God. That's it, man. We have to like win out.
Can we switch to like a food podcast? Let's like make food.
There's no losing in food, right?
Yeah,
you can't lose.
You can't lose.
We would find a way. Like We'd make this beautiful lasagna, and we'd pull it off the oven and just be burned to hell.
I would drop the GoPro in the burnt oven, and it would be like food vision from the food's perspective.
We would like on your head above the pot of boiling water, or like the boiling oil to do like French fries, and to like fall off into
like,
it.
Oh God!
That's how we'd lose the food show, man.
We'd ask Gordon Ramsay to join us on the podcast, and he would just spend the whole time roasting us.
You guys think you can cook? You think you can really cook? All right, Michael, what you got?
So I like I kind of alluded to. I just have this like feeling, it's just like in the pit of my stomach, that the Pats are just gonna just run away with this thing, man. And that's why I'm so uninterested in this Super Bowl. I've got the Pats 28 winning to 14, but one of those touchdowns for the Eagles is in like garbage time, just like running down the field trying to score. You know, not
the MVP.
MVP. I'm actually going to give it to Dion Lewis. Wow. I think Dion Lewis is gonna catch some passes out the backfield, break some big ones. Like, 28 isn't necessarily running away with it, but I think they're going to look dominant in that victory.
I think because everybody's been saying it, Bill Belichick's going to score in the first quarter. I think he's like, I guess.
Just because, like, he's going to force it down.
Yeah, totally. Because this is now going to turn into a huge prop bet. Anything mentioned like this is going to turn into massive. And he's just going to be like, no, screw this. I'm just going to score on the first play. Michael, do you think that they will score or will not score in the first quarter?
I think that they're not going to score, but I'd like to put a note next to it that says somebody's going to ask him that at halftime. And he's going to have another great answer of some sort. And that's like the one part of the Super Bowl I'm going to be looking forward to. Is that little conversation.
So it seems that you didn't score in the first quarter. Shoves her out of the way, like just face palm.
I just want him to like look at her, be like, "No shit," and walk away.
Coach, you're now 0 for 8 in the first quarter.
That's where the Eagles score their 14 points in Michael's.
Yeah,
in Michael's score.
The 14 points for the Eagles, they'll go up right in the first quarter, and then the Pats run rampant for the rest of the game.
It just got worse for you in the first. What can I say? I love to play from behind.
We proved last year that we can play with any lead or without a lead.
We proved that with a lead or without a lead, we are still playing the game. You just make it back around. Like there's got to be a school if you're like, I know there's not like a coaching major at most colleges, but if you take like a coaching class, there has to be like a how to deal with the press, and then they just show Nick Saban and Bill Belichick on loop, like this is what you will do.
I'm glad you said that there isn't one at most colleges, because there is one at some colleges. So that's great.
Yeah, some colleges. Most colleges.
I'm glad you added that.
Do you think they'll score in the first quarter?
Honestly, I don't think any team is going to score in the first. I think it's going to be 0-0.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. I want to see Justin Timberlake. Depends.
Is anybody else coming on with him?
If NSYNC walks out on stage,
that'd be cool.
Well, that's a big.
She'll cry.
That's a big prop bet going on. It's like will he bring out an NSYNC better? It's a huge prop bet.
Who will show up? Will Janet Jackson show up? Or
I'm pretty sure that's already been like completely. She's not going to be let anywhere near the building. Like Roger Goodell has like a sniper on her to this day. Like she can't be within a 50-mile radius.
Your boob armor for the 2003 Super Bowl.
Like she's not getting anywhere within the stadium.
9-10 people at my dad's house, and I just like looked at my dad like, "Is this happening?" He's like, "Yeah, I guess this is happening." Like, and here we are now, doing a sports podcast inspired
by
the
Janet Jackson.
2003 Super Bowl halftime show.
Man, it's funny. That's the first Super Bowl I legitimately watched start from finish, and I have no recollection of that halftime show. So I feel like we didn't watch the halftime.
I only have recollection of the halftime show, so that's weird.
Okay, so this is fairly new news that I've seen. So Alex Smith chose the Skins, right? Because of the offer, obviously. The Browns offered multiple second-round picks, but a short-term deal. Denver offered a second-round pick, Aqib Talib, and like a short to medium round.
Aqib Talib?
Yeah.
Wait,
Aqib
but
Talib.
Alex Smith has no voice. The Chiefs had his contract.
No, when it comes to these situations where you're going to be traded, they'll let you pick based on the offer.
It says Alex. A lot of the things I've been reading said a lot of it. He had pretty much every, like he controlled most of it in terms of what he was getting.
Hey, that's good on Kansas City because
that's an organization I'd like to work for.
Most teams are just going to say best offer. Thanks for the years, Alex. Thanks for the good times. But it
sounds like they got the best offer because I would rather have a third-round pick in Kendall Fuller than a second-round pick and Aqib Talib.
If you look at Aqib's contract, yeah.
And Aqib's also like over 30.
Well, Kendall's like 26, 27 years old. So.
He's 22.
He's 22?
Literally his second season. This was literally his second season.
Chiefs.
And
if Pat Mahomes plays like any good, just any good, the Chiefs are coming back hard with Eric Berry. Pat, like, oh my God.
Marcus Peters, Kendall Fuller.
Yeah.
That's why most Redskins are pissed. It's not Kirk Cousins. It's not Alex Smith. It's Kendall Fuller. He was really good and really young and really cheap.
Well, it's bye-bye, Kendall. And guys, it looks like it's bye-bye on another installment of Consistently Inconsistent Sports. You know, we used to do these shows that were like 2 hours long, but we've gotten around this sexy time slot of like 45 minutes, and I'm digging it.
It's perfect now. It's perfect.
We get everything out. We keep it concise. We say what's up. I don't have these long, like, I wrote an essay, show notes for you guys. You know,
dude, that's what eating fiber does for you, man. Just let you get it right out.
I don't eat fiber, but I eat Apple Jacks like a real man. Actually, Apple Jacks do have fiber in them. Now that I think about it, it says it on the box. I remember.
All cereal has to, right? Or at least most.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the whole selling point of cereal is to make you poop. So
yeah, buddy.
Might as well throw some sugar all over it. But I want to eventually get to the point where we have like filters over everybody's cameras, so Leighton and Michael and I's Twitter handles can be there all the time for everybody to see.
Dude, I'm just gonna like make my own sign, real do-it-yourself style, like have it back there.
Okay.
Honestly, though, I think it's about time we start looking into other avenues.
Yeah,
maybe Skype.
I like it.
Something else. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to figure out a way to make like the filter and to put you guys into like how to like send each one of your individual feeds into its own window. But yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll talk. But thanks for joining us, guys. Leighton, where can the good people of the planet Earth and the universes and all the cosmos find you?
It's the simple, beautiful, sweet name. Leighton Markwood, baby. Type Michael. It out, sound it out, spell it out, do it.
Do it. Do it. Michael, do it.
You find me on the interwebs and social medias at Chunky Taco. Simple as that.
And I am at _C Morris. You can also find a couple other shows, The Backdoor 3 and The Meta. The Meta's coming at you sometime in the next couple of days whenever Colin and Michael
can. We were supposed to do it yesterday.
Yeah, we were supposed to, and, you know, I went to work and Guy and A flew back in, and now everybody's home. And
I was at a wine tasting, and
wow!
How many cheese plates? How many cheese plates?
Last time any wine tasting card can be used. I'm gonna shut up, kids. I will turn this broadcast around right now. Don't you?
I was at a wine bar on Monday, so I could have actually used that excuse on Monday.
Well, we'll have to go to one at some point. All right, I'm out of here. We'll talk to you later, everybody. Thanks for hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Talk to you later. Peace.
Deuces.